to drink 3 glasses of milk daily for calcium. Fine. Milk is the most popular and one of the most efficient sources of calcium, but whole milk is the second largest contributor of saturated fat to the North American diet after hamburger meat. Now, skim milk has all the calcium of whole milk and only a fraction of the fat. So why are you still drinking whole or 2%? Oh, because skim milk tastes watery? Well, try Super Skim, which contains added milk solids. In fact, you can just add a tablespoon or 2 of non-fat dried milk yourself. That'll pump up the texture and the calcium content of skim milk. Remember, since milk is mostly water, we need to describe its fat content in terms of the percent fat calories, not percent fat by weight. 2% milk gets 35% of its calories from fat. I'll tell you more if you'll jump around with me here, and we'll sweat out some aerobics. Let's warm you up. Give me step touches. They look like this. How about we take 4 alternating side to side like this, and then 4 on one leg back to alternating. Agreed? Sounds good to me.
Yep, we're the boss.
4, 3, 2, 1. 4 on one leg, and back to alternate. 4, 3. You got the other leg now. 4, 3, 2, and alternate. You know, most of the health authorities suggest that we hold our dietary fat intake to 30% of our total calories. So I wanted to walk with you through the percent fat calories of most milk products as we warm you up. So you need to know that whole milk is over half fat. It's got 150 calories, and 51% of those calories are from fat.
That's just the regular, the whole milk you buy in the store.
Yeah, whole milk. And 2% is only 35% fat calories, just 5% over what the health authorities would suggest. Now, what I want is to change these arms. Where's your kayak? Been in that thing lately? Practice your kayak paddling, dig that water. So, it's when you get down to 1% milk that you get into the health guidelines. Because 1% milk is only 22% fat calories.
Boy, those percentages can be misleading, huh?
It is.
That's right, on the container.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what you need to know is that when you call it 1% milk, you mean that you're describing it by weight.
Yeah.
And not fat calories. And you think milk is mostly water. But when you get down to skim milk, which I gotta tell you is my favorite drink, I just love skim milk. Only 4% fat calories. And hey, you get all the calcium. If you can make that switch over time, that'll save you a ton of fat.
And I'd just like to add that skim milk foams much better in cappuccino.
All this. Jennifer is the cappuccino queen. Okay, I want to get these arms back to center. And I want to get you in just to a little wake up stretch. Just hello to those muscles. 4, 3, hold this last one right there. Just pause a minute.
You know, we're in paradise here, isn't it?
Yeah,
The sun's shining.
It is beautiful. The mountains just, they're breathtaking, and they provide a kind of a motivation and a stimulation.
Spa is outstanding.
Are we going to the spa?
Well, I think today we'll have a little game. Whoever makes any mistakes is going to have to get the other one.
Treat for a massage?
That's right. I think we'll do that today.
Is that the first mistake?
Well,
Is that total number? I just want to hint. I want to get these rules down. I'm working with the lawyer.
We're not
here.
signing anything here, Charlene. We're just talking right now. Negotiating.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid I want. Okay, pull that little guy back and do that lower leg, those calf muscles. with the pelvic tilt so you get in your hip flexors. And this is not intense stretch. That'll come at the end when you're really hot and your blood flow is increased. And hamstrings, hello, hello, we're going to be calling on you. Okay, enough stretch. Got an aerobic beat? Okay, let's go back to that step touch. Now, if we put 2 step touches back to back, that is a grapevine. So we're going to do 4 of these, grapevine out, bring it back, and repeat these. Here's 4, 3, last one, grapevine, come right back, stay here. 4, 3, and grapevine. I'm watching you, Lonnie.
No, the grapevine.
I'm watching you.
The grapevine makes me hungry.
Lonnie eats very sparsely before we jump around.
I eat hardly.
Sparsely.
Okay.
Parsley too.
And that's fine, because he eats well once we finish.
I find it really bothers my stomach.
Sure, no problem. Okay, I'm going to add some knees. What was a tap is going to become a knee. You do it if it feels good. You know, calcium is absolutely essential in adolescence because that's when their bone formation is at its peak. But then, as life goes on, calcium is needed for bone maintenance, body functions, important ones like muscle contraction, heart regulation. And if you don't get that calcium from your diet, your body will pull it from your bones.
Then you don't be sorry.
Osteoporosis, doesn't it?
Over time.
Yeah.
That's right.
We seem to be exceptionally prone to that as women.
Yes, postmenopausal. And it runs in my family big time, Jen. So I want to be real careful. But okay, last time, out and back, and I want you to hold these knees. Can I count you to curls? Okay. 4 more. 3, 2, give me curls. All right. Now, let's see. Can I do this to a leg? Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. So double it up.
Let's do something different with the arms.
Okay. Down, T, down, T. So horizontal. Now, when you make that T crossbar, pull your shoulder blades together in the back. And, rumble is working back there.
I feel this one.
Yeah. Okay, what's next? How about if I hold the arms, but get the curls down to singles? One a leg.
Okay.
I'll count you to it. Here's 4 doubles. 3 more doubles. 2. Last set of doubles. And other leg. That's it. You with me? We are.
I'm watching very carefully because I want that
You
spa.
want that spa, and you want that massage for free.
You got that right.
Okay. 4, 3, lose those arms, keep the curls, turning it over to Jennifer, turning it over.
Okay, I have to try and trick Lonnie on this though.
Because Jennifer makes a turn step.
All right. So why don't we do 6 of these curls and then 1 squat, and that squat will be slow. Do you want to watch first? Paul, do you want anything you like?
I think we can get this.
All right. Let's get our momentum going here.
6.
Okay, now I'm ready.
6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and squat.
6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and squat. Let's try that one more time like this. And then I'm going to change it just a little bit. 2, 1, and squat. What you know? 6, 5.
Oh.
2, 1, and squat.
Okay, we're with you.
Quarter turn. Just remember you're at 6.
4,
3, 2,
1, squat. If I don't count, I get lost.
I could
knees up. Okay? 2, 1, and squat.
All right.
Now when you squat, folks, try and keep your trunk erect. Don't bend over to look at the floor. Well, Lonnie, that doesn't look too bad.
Oh,
You
thanks.
got it?
First.
Good work.
Just not making any mistakes. That's
I'm scooting back. Moving. One more time. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hold the squats then. Okay? Squat and lift. Let's do 2 more. Last time, now just march it out. Right here, march it out. Okay, keep it wide. Lonnie's turn.
okay. I'm gonna figure something out here. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this for 4. And then I'm gonna squat down. I'm gonna lift up. But you just watch me, okay?
Okay, well, let's
Here we go. And it's 4, 3, 2. Here we go. I'm squatting down, touch, down. Now you try 4 times.
4, 3, squat and knee.
Squat down.
Squat,
Knee, down,
squat, march. 4, 3, 2, and squat. Whoa, big muscle
great.
here. Great. Okay, perfect that in the break. Be back. Up.
The common question I hear is, how do I get rid of the fat on my thighs or belly or hips? No matter where you store your excess fat, to lose it, you must expend more calories than you take in. So reduce your caloric intake by eating less fat and simple sugar. To increase your caloric output, do regular aerobic exercise like walking or step aerobics, and weight train to build more muscle. The more muscle you have, the more calories you burn all day long, even at rest. Jean-Pierre Dupré is a blood fat specialist at Laval University. He says fat just under the skin is only a beauty concern. It's excess fat deep in the abdomen, under the muscle, between the internal organs that's a threat to life. Measure the circumference of the smallest part of your waist and the widest part of your buttocks. Divide your waist by your hip measurement. If the ratio is 0.8 or above for women, 9.5 or above for men, you need to reduce your fat. If a high heart rate during exercise is good for you, why is a high heart rate at rest bad? Well, regular high heart rate exercise, aerobic exercise, strengthens the heart and makes the body more efficient at delivering oxygen through the blood to the rest of the body. Indeed, one of the long-term effects of regular aerobic exercise is a lower resting heart rate, and that benefit far outweighs any risk of a temporary increase in heart rate during exercise. Metabolism is the body's process of breaking down and converting food to usable energy to power life functions like respiration. Resting metabolism is the minimum energy required to sustain life at rest. The higher your resting metabolism, the easier it is to stay lean. So, how do you increase your resting metabolism? Pump iron to make muscle. The more muscle you have, the higher your resting metabolism rate.
We're about to croak here. One more. That's all we've got in us. Here we go. Down, up, down, up. Hold as march. Here's some recovery. You're not cheating in those breaks, are you? Okay. I need heels. 4, 3, 2, give me heels. Yep. Now this is really recovery. I need knees in 4, 3, got knees, 4 curls, 4, 3, and 4 knees. We go back and forth, knees and curls.
That's not so much recovery anymore. I think this is pretty hard.
It was short. Fit people recover fast. Let's think of all the high calcium foods that we can that are not dairy products.
Broccoli.
Okay, you got the obvious one.
Okay, broccolis, right?
Kale.
Kale?
Yeah. Okay. A lot of leafy greens. Now, Lonnie, here's the trivia. What is it that I get my calcium from that really offends you? I eat something, and I also eat it blank.
Chop? Rocks?
Canned salmon and its bones.
Oh, right, the bones. Oh, I remember this.
That's great. And sardines, I don't care so much for sardines.
You know, I like
The
sardines.
first time I told Lonnie that I ate the bones,
Yeah,
I thought he was gonna,
that was years ago.
I really thought he was gonna discover now, grow up. Okay. Now, everything becomes 2 a leg. 2 curls and 2 knees. Hup. Try it again. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hup. And then, of course, there's this fortified orange juice. Fortified calcium. It's great. You can't taste it at all.
So it's not just regular orange juice?
No,
No, it's fortified.
Okay.
no. Okay, once more like this. These are your last knees. Hold those double curls. Now, we're getting fancy here. You got a choice.
Grin there, Lonnie.
If you're conservative, you can stay right here. If you're crazy, you can follow us. Woohoo! That's a crossover. Now, we're going to do 3 crossovers and 2 single alternate curls. We got 3, 2, 1. Now give me 2 singles. Crossover, 3,
Boy, that's really
2,
crazy.
1. Well, you're going to be crazy in a minute.
What's happening?
Well, Lonnie's going to take these 2 single curls and give them a twirl. And no one but Lonnie, only Lonnie, will think this
Okay,
up.
here we go. 3 times.
I'm going to stay
2.
here.
1, I'm turning.
Twirl, twirl. Jen goes next. Okay.
I'm turning back.
She's caught this virus. And I'm going to catch it. 2, 1. Curl, curl. Here's
Kind of a
3,
fun one.
2, 1. Here it is.
I'm
Curl.
glad we're in here at the Banff
3,
Springs and not out on the mountaintops.
1. Are you twirling? That 3, 2. Last time. Curl, curl. Just hold those crossovers. Okay. Do what you want with them. Twirl or not. Keep it going. See you back.
The Nurses' Health Study found that in the first 2 years after quitting smoking, women gain an average of 5.3 pounds more than those women who continue to smoke. Of course, the overall benefits of quitting cigarettes far outweigh any risk in weight gain, but if fear of additional poundage enslaves you to tobacco, take heart in a Canadian study which shows that most women lose all or most of those extra pounds. Quit smoking and start exercising. A Brigham and Women's Hospital study shows even modest weight gain in the middle years can significantly increase the risk of coronary heart disease in women. Results found those who gained 11 to 17 pounds after age 18 had 25% greater risk of heart attack than those gaining 10 pounds or less. Those gaining 18 to 24 pounds increased their risk 65%, and the risk tripled for those who gained more than 40 pounds. A University of Southern California study found that highly active women who averaged 3.8 hours of exercise weekly since puberty were 60% less likely than inactive women to get breast cancer. Those who logged 1 to 3 hours of physical activity per week since puberty were 30% less likely to develop breast cancer compared to sedentary women. Though this is just one study, it suggests that regular exercise may have a tremendous payoff. Tufts University mounted a study of postmenopausal women aged 50 to 70. Researchers found that the women who weight trained 45 minutes twice a week for a year improved bone density in their legs and spine by 1%, Women not weight training lost 2.5% bone density. The weight trainers reduced body fat and increased muscle mass by 3 to 4 pounds. Remember, the more muscle you have, the more calories you burn even as you sleep.
Okay, here you are at the show jumping competition. On board your horse. Lift those legs there. And how about we change this to 1, 2, 3, knee. 1, 2, 3, knee. 1, 2, 3, knee. Now you got to get those hands out there and give it a little punch. You know, it's easy to get 1,000 milligrams of calcium a day if you'll do 2 to 3 servings of low-fat milk and 3 servings of beans or vegetables. And watch out for Lonnie. Those beans. We do love our legumes, don't we, Cal?
I'm a big fan. Sorry, yeah, we're both fans.
Yep. Okay. Now, 4 more like this. 3, 2, and then we're just going to do single power lifts. There, 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 there. 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3, lift. 4 powers. 4, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, lift. 4 powers. 4, 3. Here it comes. 1, 2, 3, knee. 1, 2, power. And there's that. You were looking at the right girl. Jennifer has got power.
Those grunts were Lonnie's.
Last time. 1, 2, 3. Stay here. Stay here. Oh, yeah. 89. 88.
90, 91, 92, 93,
87.
100.
Last. 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoa. Whoa. Your legs marching. How hard are you working? Don't you tell me this is not hard. Here's the board perceived exertion scale. So pick one. And I hope you're at somewhat hard to hard. Okay, we need to cool you down. We're going to go tap 1, 2, 3. Tap 1, 2, 3. There
We
you
did
go.
pretty good today, Charlene. We did pretty good, but I saw Jennifer make a couple of mistakes, so I need to get
Yeah, I think it was Jennifer
You know,
too.
this massage will be a mighty good one.
Listen, if you're taking calcium supplements, you're advised not to take anything more than 500 milligrams, because if you take all 1,000 milligrams at once, it doesn't absorb as well. So you need 1,000, take 2 500 milligrams, and space them out. Tell you more. Stay walking. We'll be back.
The Quebec family study at Laval University has found that genetics do play a role in your body fat, but not a very strong influence. Only 25% of individual difference in body fat throughout the population is genetic. That means you can only blame your parents for 1/4 of your fat. Genes strongly determine where fat is stored, but genes are not very influential in the amount of fat stored. Your physical activity or lack of it and your food choices determine your fatness. Have you heard about the new approach to abdominal training? In the past, we did exercises which challenged the abdominal muscles as prime movers. They make the movement. But the abs actually spend more of their time acting as trunk stabilizers. So now we're also doing work that challenges them to be better stabilizers. This may be the answer to that stubborn little pot belly that annoys even some fairly lean people.
Guess what the National Institute of Health recommended daily allowance of calcium is for women, young women, like Xana, teenagers?
No idea.
Well, it's big, 1,200 to 1,500 milligrams.
Oh, really?
And then for adult women, yeah, and then for adult women, like yourself, adult women, that'd be 1,000 milligrams. And then for postmenopausal women, and I'm not too far away from that, folks. I'm 49, so it's got to be coming down the tube at me pretty soon. It jumps back. You dirty
jumps up back up to 1,500 milligrams a day because of you tend to lose bone after menopause anyway.
I got 2 years to go yet.
If you're gonna, yeah, you do.
3, 4,
Maybe we'll have more
12,
research by the
15.
time you get there. If you're gonna use supplements, make it calcium citrate or calcium carbonate, but not dolomite or bone meal, which can be contaminated with lead, and you'd be trading one big problem for an even bigger problem. Hang in there, guys. Over time, month in and month out, it figures.
Exercise wear by Gilda Marks, the exercise wear with the breathables lining. It Figures is produced in association with the Life Network in the splendid grandeur of the Rocky Mountains at the Banff Springs Hotel. If you would like to buy an exercise video, a copy of this show, or one of our cookbooks, call 1-800-MORE-FIT. Viewers requiring an answer from It Figures should enclose $3 and a self-addressed stamped envelope. What if I told you that exercise helps prevent breast cancer? Would that be more motivation than dress size? Well, a study from the University of Southern California compared 545 white women aged 36 to 40 diagnosed with breast cancer before menopause and an equal number of healthy white women of the same age. The most active women averaged 3.8 hours of exercise weekly since puberty and were 60% less likely than inactive women to get breast cancer. Those who were less active, logging 1 to 3 hours of physical activity per week since puberty, were 30% less likely to develop breast cancer compared to sedentary women. The theory here is that regular exercise reduces exposure to hormones by causing missed menstrual cycles or shortening the phase of the cycle when hormones are released, and or by inducing menstrual cycles with no ovulation. Let's make muscle. But first we need to warm you up with a little systemic blood flow. Give me step touches. They look like this. And if we string 2 of them back to back, it makes a grapevine. So we're going to grapevine back and forth. Here we go. Grapevine out, come on home, do it again. I got Eric here and my girlfriend. My girlfriend from my neighborhood. Laurie.
You guys are going to be bad today, aren't you?
It could be
You
worse.
could be in trouble.
It could be worse.
I want to add on here, and I'll add on after the tapping leg does its little tap. I'm going to add on 2 more inside taps in 4, 3, 2, 1. We got 2 taps, go. Step together, step, touch, tap, and tap. Laurie had the fortune, or the misfortune, depending on your point of view, of moving into my neighborhood. And she came from Houston, where she had her life and her fitness routine all put together. She was quite athletic. She was a triathlon athlete. And Eric, you were a competitive runner.
I was too.
I was just a cheerleader. I don't hold a candle for you guys. And when she came to Canada, and she kind of lost her base, her network, she lost her
change in temperature, maybe?
It was a slight change.
Yeah, she put on a little fat there. In fact,
Go ahead,
in
Charlene.
fact, most of her closet was a bit snug.
Not the new stuff.
She's gonna come and wrap me on the head here.
What's a 15-pound
Well,
weight?
I came to her salvation. I said, Lauren, would you exercise with me? And we've been buddies ever since.
You can tell right now.
I'm adding on.
I think you better.
I'm gonna add on 4 step touches. Here they go. Step touch. Here's count 4, 3, 2, and grapevine out. And 2 side. Step touch. We got 4, 3, and actually we really have been exercising regularly together. And man, does that closet fit or what?
It fits.
Yeah, I thought so.
Getting better.
It really helps to have somebody to exercise with to help motivate you.
does,
On
it
those
does.
slower days when you're just dragging a little bit, it's nice to have somebody push you.
Hey, I'm gonna make a change. Everything that was a tap, I'm gonna make a knee. Have a look and see if you want to do it. There's a knee, tap, knee, tap, knee, step, knee, step, knee, step, knee.
You can do that.
I can do that too.
You sure can, Missy. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, knee, out, step, knee, 2 more, and out, knee, step, knee. Last time, and I want you to hold these step knees right here. Okay, can we bring that down to step touch? We got 4, 3, 2, 1, step touch. Now, just to show how much Lori likes the winter, we're gonna skate. Here we are, in the oval. The Olympic oval, I might say.
And I'm Bonnie Blair.
I'm your Bonnie Blair.
Check those slides.
And I'm Dan Jensen. 4, 3,
Never.
2, last one. Hey, enough of this. We're ready to work?
Yeah, we
Start
have
right
work
here.
today.
Well, we're going to start on the hard stuff. Show me your best brace. There it is. Pull your belly down. That's it. Show me one more time. Don't use these guys. No, 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 no. The work is here. And pull your belly down. As though you were trying to press your navel down to your spine. Okay. Now some work. With one leg down if you're a beginner. Or both thighs vertical if you've been at this a while. You're going to brace. Every time your leg starts to move down, you brace. So I'm going to brace, lower my heel, drive it out, bring it back, and up. And only here do I get to release the brace. Okay, we'll do it on a count of 4. We're ready, go. Down, out, back, up. How'd that feel? Now, if you feel that your back arches when your leg starts out there, put this leg down. That's your safety. That's a fair way of cheating. Okay, try it again. Alternating legs every 4. Down, out, back, relax. Other leg. Down, out, back, relax. Brace, 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 release. Flat back. Now, release. Flat back. Back flat against the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. How you doing?
We're focusing.
Concentrating.
You do. You really. Thank you. Thank you. That's exactly what you should be doing. Your brain should be focused on your belly. Don't worry too much about the legs. The work is in the belly. One more leg. Down, out, back, and up. Woo. Okay. I want to double the challenge. The more your legs are doing and the longer you sustain it, the harder these guys have to work. So I want you to do 8 counts. I want you to do this twice on one leg. Okay, ready? We go. Down, out, back. Hold your brace. Go again. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Release. Other leg. Ready? Go. Down, out, back. Go again. Go again. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Try the first leg. Here we go. Brace hard. But try not to hold your breath. up, down, out, back, and up. Now you can take a rest. Now see, right now, you could probably get your fingers underneath your back there, because you have a normal curve in your lumbar spine. But once you brace, if your fingers are on there, they get pinched. Okay, other leg, 8 counts, and then we'll call it a day. Here we go. Down, out, back, and up. Last time, and out, and back, and up, and put those legs down. Now, that's all for that exercise. I didn't mean, don't you dare walk away. No, I want you to do a forward curl, okay? But I want you to milk this eccentric phase for all it's worth. Here we go. Up, fast, slow, slow, down. And fast up, very slow, down. Now watch your neck. My head is in neutral. You don't want to bring your head forward like that. And I'm so lucky I have this beautiful sky, this Rocky Mountain sky above me. I'm watching the clouds go by. This glass roof, is it a pleasure or what? A couple more. And up and down and down. And up, the work is here. The work is not here. Up, down. Can you do one more really nice one? Up. Good. That's looking better. Okay, get these guys all tucked away up here. You curl the front end, bet you anything you can curl the back end. But we don't want these playing a part in this at all. It's belly contraction, belly release. Here you go. And up, and down. And hey, in the beginning you may not be able to produce any lift at all. Don't fret. None of us did in the beginning. Truly, I remember. If you just make the effort. You giggling? Do you remember those days?
Oh, yeah.
And it's up and up. So just think contract. Squeeze your belly, but don't hold your breath. And squeeze again. Laura, you have gotten so strong.
I have to beat you up after the show.
Oh my gosh. Last one. I'm going to record Listen, back extension. No, let's do side lying obliques. I'll tell you why. This is the only time.
You've been saving these ones for me, haven't you?
Yes, because it's the only thing that Lauren and I can do that you can't do. Yeah. You beat the socks off us and everything.
But there's an alternative for us guys.
That's it. If you're like Eric and you have great big shoulder girdles so heavy that you couldn't lift it, you need to just come up and do an oblique crunch. And that's good work. Don't dismiss that work. You need the bottom leg bent and the top leg straight. But because Lori and I have such long lever legs and our shoulder girdles, our shoulders are not nearly as heavy nor broad as his, we can actually lift our torso off the floor. And this gives me a great deal of pleasure. Because, you know, when you touch Eric's body, it's like touching I don't know, a mannequin. You're so hard, your muscles are just
But I know you're torturing me now. I know you are.
Yeah, this is just our...
This is some kind of payback.
This is our revenge, our only sweet revenge of the day. And I gotta tell you, these are hard.
Oh,
Done.
Oh.
Ooh, stretch up. Squeeze your hands overhead. Ooh, bring your feet in. We got the other side to do. Wow, over here. We'll suffer through these with you. Here we go. Here's up and up. Or maybe it's not up and up. Maybe it's just contraction. Okay. One more to get us halfway. Two more to get us halfway. Not quite. And we're halfway. You do the other 5 on your own. See you back. And up. Oh. And.
1 pound of body fat burns only 2 measly calories a day to sustain itself, but a pound of muscle burns 30 to 50 calories a day to stay alive. The more muscle you have, the higher your metabolism and the more calories you burn even as you sleep. Unfortunately, metabolism slows with age due to loss of muscle to the tune of about a half a pound of muscle a year after age 30. If you weight train though, you can preserve muscle and keep your metabolism high to stay lean. I bet hardly a week goes by without hearing someone say that exercise got them through a nasty divorce, or the stress of job loss, or the depressing loss of a loved one. I hear it all the time. And it's not pie in the sky, it's real. Exercise reduces tension by desensitizing your body to stress. Regular workouts train the body to react less intensely to stress, leaving you better able to cope with anxiety-provoking events. It's much better than Valium.
If you'll come down here on your belly, you can use these back muscles, the erector spinae, to lift up your torso and strengthen your back. Now, it's a torso lift. It's not neck effort. So try and keep your neck in neutral. And if that seems a little hard right now, just cheat a little bit. Just use your hands till you get stronger. And you will. You lift up and up and down and down. You know what the downside of being female is? The more menstrual cycles you have, the more hormones you're exposed to over a lifetime, the more hormones that are released during ovulation, and that increases your susceptibility to breast cancer. So, darn, you're kind of damned if you do and damned if you don't.
I would say thank heavens for testosterone.
Yeah.
I would say me crazy.
Well, listen, you have some estrogen, Eric, and I have some testosterone. But the ratio is vastly different. We're done. And you're going to see evidence of that right now as we do push-ups.
Oh, yeah.
This guy, with his testosterone, makes a lot more muscle than I make with my estrogen. From the knees, we go down and down. Now, the effort here is to get your chest down. Eric, you're doing full body, I trust.
I am too.
Yes.
Now, I think you should show us something fancy.
Just for entertainment, and I don't try.
Just for entertainment value.
Don't try this at home. This is not a safe move. Eric is going to show us his very best one-arm push-up as we slog through these. Eric, come on.
Here we go. Are you ready?
There he goes. Yes! Woo, baby. Yes! 43.
43?
What a win. And we've done it. We've done it. One more for good measure. And done.
Oh, yes, I felt that one though. It was more than one, but I felt it.
Those are tough. I gotta tell you.
What do we got up next?
Oh, let's go to upper body. For heaven's sake, shoulder girdle. Left behind. Let's go to biceps. You need to brace your elbow and curl your arm. Up, slow, down, slow. So, this speaks to the importance to start exercising early in life for young women. And sadly, the national survey shows that only 20% of girls exercise vigorously 3 times a week during high school and junior high. Whatever happened to phys ed classes?
You know, I wonder, is there still a stigmatism that, like, young girls are not ladies if they're...
I don't think so.
I don't think that's still...
I agree with you. I think it's gone. And on the other arm, no, I think it's just air conditioning, TV, computer games.
Yeah.
What else? I mean, kids don't like to go out when it's hot anymore. Kids in Houston don't play outside in July, do they?
That would really be if they would do, like, the swim and things like that.
Yeah, listen.
We know they're not playing hockey down there.
We don't have a lot of hockey there.
Skiing's not good.
Well, listen, lots of kids don't go out in winter here to play in Canada. You know, the teachers literally have to kick them out the door at recess.
But it's cold, Charlie.
It is cold, but kids need to be active.
I think this is just what I asked for.
Triceps are done.
Oh, yes, they are.
It's triceps, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm doing double up.
I'm going to do dips. I like those. Those are my favorite.
I'm right there with you.
If you have a heavy weight or no weight, we got it wrapped up for you. Heavy weight does this. No weight does that.
There's this.
And Eric
There's
is
that.
not fudging on us here because he has huge bones overlaid with tremendous muscle. Eric is heavy, let me tell you. Not from fat.
Was that a compliment?
No, I said it's not from fat that you're heavy. And how many more? 5 more. Hang on. Last 4. And up. Now don't arch your back. They get tough about here. Grit your teeth. Come on.
Monster face is on. That's what I was.
It's a grimace, not a grin. Last 1. And Whoa. Okay, grab a little stretch here. I want you to start your delts in the break. We use a 5-pound weight for front lateral. It's up, palms down, and then up, palms front. Now, this constitutes one rep. So front is 1, and side is 1A. You got to do 10, at least 10 good ones. See your back. And here's 2A.
Most heart attacks are due to a buildup of fatty deposits or plaque inside coronary arteries. And it's at these plaque deposits where blood clots are likely to stick and completely cut off the blood supply. The best way to avoid that scenario is eat low-fat food and exercise. For every 1% you lower your total blood cholesterol through better food choices, exercise, or cholesterol-lowering drugs, your risk of heart attack declines 2 to 3%. Adult humans can have up to 600 billion fat cells, and they're very elastic. If you burn up all the calories you eat in a day, your fat cells swell and shrink as fat is stored and then released for burning. If you eat more than you use, your cells enlarge to accommodate the excess. If your body fat content rises to about 30 kilograms, your body will manufacture new fat cells to absorb the extra. The trick to weight loss is burning up more calories than you eat.
Okay, get down here on all fours for the posterior aspect of those deltoids. You lift up and up. Now have a look again. It's not an elbow action. It's not like when you do tricep kickbacks. Just lift straight up. So we count 1, and we count 2. You know, many experts believe that it is our exposure to estrogen, our continual exposure, that is the root of breast cancer. But it's not understood. I mean, nobody exactly knows why. Because all women don't get breast cancer. I mean, it's a very complicated mechanism that no one has unraveled yet. We do know some risk factors. Some we control, and some we cannot control. Last one. I'd say that was 10 too.
Oh, I think so.
Hey, stay right here. Let's do rhomboid and work on your posture right here. Here's the effort. It's shoulder blades together. Now let me show you what not to do. Where are you? Try not to squeak up. Try not to shrug your shoulders. Kind of depress your shoulders and just bring your shoulder blades together at the spine. Here's 1 and up, and release them down. 2 and up. So you can not control your onset of menstruation or late menopause. If you start menses early and stop late, that's a longer exposure to estrogen. Nice back. Nice back, Eric. Look at those rhomboids, baby. You can't control your family history. Your risk increases as you grow older, and try not to grow older. Just try that. Last one. And done. Woo! Hey, let's call upper body done. I think the midriff and the upper body have had it. Let's work on lower body. The things you can control, though, that may be associated with breast cancer are obesity. And when you have your children, apparently, if you have no children or children late in life, that also increases your incidence or risk of breast cancer. Okay, big guys, I want to do mine inverted V, these quads. These two have chosen to do leg extensions for their quads, and if they ever get at it, I'll probably get 3 reps in. That's in. Choose your poison, choose your weapon. In both cases, we're just extending our legs straight against resistance. And in both cases, you don't lock your knee on full extension. You don't lock your knee when your leg is almost straight. 5 more. Hang on. Hang on. Grit your teeth. It gets real tough at the end. Here's 3. Curse at me, whatever
Beck family study at Laval University has found that genetics do play a role in your body fat, but not a very strong influence. Only 25% of individual difference in body fat throughout the population is genetic. That means you can only blame your parents for a quarter of your fat. Genes strongly determine where fat is stored, but genes are not very influential in the amount of fat stored. Your physical activity or lack of it and your food choices determine your fatness. Have you heard about the new approach to abdominal training? In the past, we did exercises which challenged the abdominal muscles as prime movers. They make the movement. But the abs actually spend more of their time acting as trunk stabilizers. So now we're also doing work that challenges them to be better stabilizers. This may be the answer to that stubborn little pot belly that annoys even some fairly lean people.
This would be standing hamstrings right there. You need to show us your abdominal brace and then work this leg like this. So you curl your heel to your rear end. The National Institute of Cancer published a real interesting article which I want to share with you. Premenopausal women who drank an ounce of pure alcohol daily, and that's about the alcohol in maybe 2 drinks, had increased levels of estrogen in their blood and urine, and they were on the same diet throughout the whole study. Now, what does this say? That could possibly be the explanation for the association with alcohol and breast cancer, that alcohol simply increases estrogen. And so as a result of this, is anybody counting?
Last one.
I'd say that's 10. Okay, one more. Trust me. So, a lot of experts are saying that what is moderate for a man may not be moderate for a woman, and they actually have a term now called female moderate, and that means a drink a day, just a drink a day. That might be a 5-ounce glass of wine or 1 beer. So, take that message home, watch the papers, stay tuned, we'll keep you updated. Bye.
Exercise Wear by Gilda Marks, the exercise wear with the breathables lining. It Figures is produced in association with the Life Network in the splendid grandeur of the Rocky Mountains at the Banff Springs Hotel. If you would like to buy an exercise video, a copy of this show, or one of our cookbooks, call 1-800-MORE-FIT. Viewers requiring an answer from It Figures should enclose $3 and a self-addressed stamped envelope. Scientists think they've found another way a daily glass of alcohol reduces the risk of heart attack. They think it may boost natural levels of TPA, the clot-dissolving enzyme, which doctors use to stop a heart attack in progress. A number of other studies, of course, have shown that moderate alcohol intake raises the supply of good HDL cholesterol. Indeed, American red wine sales have risen sharply since 1992 due to that research, which suggests people who enjoy moderate alcohol consumption, 1 to 2 drinks daily, have a heart attack risk 25 to 45% lower than non-drinkers. Many scientists believe that other alcoholic drinks in moderation are also good for the heart, but be careful. 3 or more drinks a day constitutes heavy consumption and sets you up for liver disease, cancer, congestive heart failure, car accidents. With booze, you can easily get too much of a good thing. Come on, stand up here and take another step with us.
We need to warm you up. Give us a march. And make that a 1, 2, 3 tap. We got 1, 2, on the step. Forward and back. That's it. And grapevine. And here's your tap up. Forward and back. What, Dad?
No, not lopsided.
Here's your tap to the step. Forward and back. Now, what I'd like you to do is every possible opportunity you have to throw in a knee, throw it in. There's one. Here's one. Grapevine with a knee. Make your tap a knee. Knee here. Here a knee, there a knee, everywhere a knee, knee. And knee, knee. 1, 2, 3, knee. Back 2, 3, knee. Grapevine, knee. Up, knee. Leg lift. Yeah. Okay, you got the point. We're trying to get you warmed up. Up, knee. Ho. That's it. And couple more. And 1, 2, 3, knee. Coming up to the end. Now, hold these knees. Make this knee, that one, a heel. Look at that. You got this knee, but that one's a heel. Hold the last one. 4, 3, 2, 1. Freeze it right there. And bear weight on your floor leg, your weight-bearing leg. These guys need to stretch. Flatten your back or point your rear end to the ceiling. If you've got this configuration, it won't stretch much. You don't want your back arched over. If anything, you want it flat and almost arched the other way. You'd be hard-pressed to do a lumbar arch here, though, wouldn't you?
You can feel a big difference on the stretch.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's in all the different...
Totally different.
Here we go. Lower leg. Heel needs to be right down. Yes, well, let's just stay here a minute. And it is nice. And hip flexors. A little bit more about alcohol. Hip flexors are right in there. You get an injury on your hip flexor and try walking. Just try walking. Not likely. Okay, we're going to back off now and do the other hamstring. Binge drinking, you know, the sort of thing that I grew up with in high school. Not normal drinking, not having a glass of wine or a glass of beer after a game or after supper. I'm talking about kids getting dead dog drunk.
Yeah, but you know, Charlene, I don't think that just relates to when you were growing up. That's going on right now.
I agree with you, and it scares me to death. I mean, not only because of car accidents, but binge drinking can cause sudden, dangerous arrhythmias. You know what arrhythmias is? When the heart loses its rhythm and goes all out of whack.
That's scary.
So it is. Goodness. Enjoy alcohol. That's part of your lifestyle. It certainly is mine. I like a little glass of champagne when somebody else is treating. I just understand, preferably. But, goodness gracious, car accidents alone is enough reason.
Yeah.
We're going to march 4. Here's 4, 3, and then lunge 3, alternate lunges. 3, 2, get off and do it again. Here's 4, 3, and now you're going to lunge. Here's 3, 2, get off that sucker. Get up there. I'll do it again. Here are your lunges. 3. You ever made your own wine? Pardon?
Have you ever made your own wine?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Renee's husband does.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I just like to drink everybody else's.
Let me tell you something. When Ken first started making his wine, we would have these big dinners, and he'd say, "Oh, I'll bring the wine," and we'd say, "Yeah, okay." And now his wine has improved so much that we really want him to bring the wine. It's delicious.
I had to throw a few batches
He's
down the
gotten
toilet.
so much better.
Oh, what a waste.
Okay, I'm bored with this. What I want you to do next time on the march is turn with me. Turn side. Here are your lunges. 3. Now get off in straddle position. March, 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 lunge. I want to change your hands. I want them front and front and front. change next time. You do what you know. And I'm gonna march 2, down, and up we lunge. That's it. Off the back. March 2, get down, get up, lunge. Off the back. March 1, 2, down and up, lunge. Good. Off the back. Can I change something? Okay, okay. Next time. I'm ready. All right. You'll hardly notice. It's a double leg hop up. Now you got to remember that this leg brought you up, and that leg's your first lunge. In other words, once you hop with double legs, it's easy to forget your lead. And if you don't like to jump, just come up like we were. Down, go. You like it? It's great. There was a pregnant pause there, Debbie. I like that spontaneous, sincere kind of response. I don't think so. Oh, you're a mess. No. How many more? Oh, last time. 2. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now you're hang on. Confused. Here we go. Right leg lead. That's it. Down and up. I was getting all excited we were done. Okay. Get off and hold basic. Hold basic. Hold basic. Squeak this little guy right around the front. Am I still your friend? Yes, you are. Good. Okay, I need basic 1 time each leg. So, do a basic, tap and change. That's it. Okay. Hold that, see you back. Hand it. Up. Up.
More fatal heart attacks occur between 6 a.m. and noon, not because of morning exercise, but because of morning. The blood platelets responsible for clotting are stickiest in the morning. Regular exercise at any time of day reduces the risk of heart attack. Thousands of North Americans die each year from inactivity, so don't be afraid to work out in the morning if that's the best time for you. The trick is to be regular with exercise. Time of day doesn't really matter. Your body loses 2 to 3 quarts of fluid daily just through perspiration, exhalation, and excretion. Now that fluid must be replaced or your major systems begin to break down. The rule of thumb is drink 8-ounce glasses of water daily, and that's just your minimum, because as temperature and exercise increase, you need still more. If you're not drinking enough water, your urine will be quite yellow. Clear urine signals good hydration. Canada, we're still eating too much fat. A gram of fat is 9 calories, compared with only 4 calories per gram for carbohydrate or protein. Though monounsaturated fats are more heart healthy than other fats, all fat is equally fattening, so the goal is to cut down on all fats. Excess dietary fat contributes to excess body fat, and that brings health problems in and of itself. Try to get your fat intake down to 20 to 30% of your total daily calories. If you're stuck on a fat loss plateau and are already doing some sort of vigorous exercise, try adding a walk after supper. Moderate exercise like walking doesn't compete with digestion right after a meal. It feels fine, and it aids digestion, and it reduces fat storage on your body. Fats entering the bloodstream from digestion can be used as fuel so they don't get deposited in your fat cells.
Okay, you got 1 basic per leg. Now, make it start to travel the length of the step, and watch your hands change them this way. Now, if you've got some energy to burn, you can take it right across the step. You can use a little propulsion, or you can actually step it out. You have to be earnest to get across that. Okay, can I add on? Give me a side leg lift. Down tap, Okay, I want to make a change. Just listen. Just listen with your ears. Did you hear it?
Giddy up.
Listen. Shuffle. Okay, basketball. Bump, bump, bump. Guard, that's it. Bump, 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 bump. Are you at it? Good. I think if you just mock the sound with your feet. 2 more. Last time. Give me that lift. Give me basic. Whew. Recovery. Okay, let's take 2 basics, tap and change. Here we go. Here's 1, 2, tap and change. Okay. How boring. How about instead of this tap, lift the knee. Looks like this. Try it. Right here. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it. So that's one way to change your lead. What else can we think of? We can cha-cha where we've been lifting. I'll show you what it would look like. You gotta be fast. Cha-cha-cha. Here it comes. And cha-cha-cha. 1 basic, 2 basics, cha-cha-cha. Or 1, 2, 3. Yes? 1, 2, 3. Now, I could actually make this easier. I could put this cha-cha up on top of the step, but I'd have to do it on the 2nd basic. Do what you know. I'll show you.
Okay.
I cha-cha-cha, 1 basic. Cha-cha up on top. Good, 1 basic. Cha-cha. Do you like that better or not?
It's different. I still have to concentrate.
I think that means you're not committing yourself. I think that's definitely a negative. Let's try this one. It's the same thing, different style. Step for step. You see it? Step for step. Isn't that fun? Step for step. 1 basic. Step for step. 1 basic. Step for step. You got it, Dee.
That's it.
Step for, now with some attitude.
Really, that's what I'm missing.
Step for step.
Where's Eric when we need him?
Oh, put you out of your misery. Give me basic. Okay. 2 basics, tap on 8. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. That's it. Now, I'm going to take the 2nd basic to the floor. Do what you know. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, tap. Stay down. Walk, 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 tap. 5, 6, 7, tap. Wide, tight. Walk, 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 tap. Wide, tight. Are you with me? Gotcha. Wide, tight. Now I'm going to make another little change. Turn. Walk, 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 tap. Wide, tight. Walk, walk, walk.
Here we go.
Wide.
He's getting fancy on it.
Yep. Up is a turn step and just keep walking, tap. Turn step. Watch this change. Up, down, up, and down and tap.
Now
Up,
she's really getting
down.
fancy on it.
You keep it going. Put it on auto. See back.
The common question I hear is, how do I get rid of the fat on my thighs or belly or hips? No matter where you store your excess fat, to lose it, you must expend more calories than you take in. So reduce your caloric intake by eating less fat and simple sugar. To increase your caloric output, do regular aerobic exercise like walking or step aerobics, and weight train to build more muscle. The more muscle you have, the more calories you burn all day long, even at rest. Jean-Pierre Dupré is a blood fat specialist at Laval University. He says fat just under the skin is only a beauty concern. It's excess fat deep in the abdomen, under the muscle, between the internal organs that's a threat to life. Measure the circumference of the smallest part of your waist and the widest part of your buttocks. Divide your waist by your hip measurement. If the ratio is 0.8 or above for women, 9.5 or above for men, you need to reduce your fat. If a high heart rate during exercise is good for you, why is a high heart rate at rest bad? Well, regular high heart rate exercise, aerobic exercise, strengthens the heart and makes the body more efficient at delivering oxygen through the blood to the rest of the body. Indeed, one of the long-term effects of regular aerobic exercise is a lower resting heart rate, and that benefit far outweighs any risk of a temporary increase in heart rate during exercise. Metabolism is the body's process of breaking down and converting food to usable energy to power life functions like respiration. Resting metabolism is the minimum energy required to sustain life at rest. The higher your resting metabolism, the easier it is to stay lean. So, how do you increase your resting metabolism? Pump iron to make muscle. The more muscle you have, the higher your resting metabolism rate.
Have you got this figured out?
I think we got this one down.
Now we're going to hold this, and then in a minute we're going to add on. And let me tell you what's going to add on. One time, after this straddle down, we're going to add a knee repeater 3. Now, not yet, but let me just show you real good. Come right after this straddle down. Not yet. Just go right after this straddle down. This time, here we go. Up, straddle down, knee repeater 3, 2, down, tap, get off, cross over. Now here's your turn step. Up, straddle down, knee repeater, get off this side, and cross over. Up, down, 3, tricky, 2, 1, down, tap, cross over. Turn step. Straddle down, knee repeater, 3, 2, 1, and down, tap, cross over. How do you like it? 3, 2, 1, down, tap. Okay. Up, straddle, 3, 2, down, tap. We're going to change the knee repeater to curl repeater. Up, down, curl, 3, 2, and down and tap. Cross on over, turn step. Yippers. 3, 2, 1, down, tap this side. Cross over. Okay. What else can we do? How about a side leg lift? Sounds good to me. Okay. Up and down side. 3, 2, 1. This side down tap. Cross on over. Turn step, straddle. 3 leg lifts. Down tap this side. Cross over. Got it. Turn step, straddle down. 3, lift, 2. Last one, down tap and over. Last time. And 3, 2, 1, tap down, cross over. Give me basic. Right here. Okay, you got heart rate? Can you find it? All right, ready, set, count. Keep your legs moving, real important. Giving you a 10-second count, stop. Now look at the ball charts and see where you stand. Find your age along the vertical left screen. And if just so you're anywhere in between 60 and 85% intensity. You're in the ball game if you're in there. And we've done the math. Those heartbeats are per 10 seconds. You don't have any math to do. Up, tap, down, tap. We're going to do 2. Forward, 1, 2, 3, tap. And back, 1, 2, tap. Here's 1. Here's 1. 2. Walk forward. 1, 2, 3, tap. And back. 2 up taps. There's 1 again. Forward and back. Listen up. 1 up tap. Cross over. Forward and back. And 1 up tap. Cross over. Yes. We're with you. Up tap. For those of you who live with alcoholism, I've read about a new drug. I'll tell you about it when we get back. Keep this going. Keep it cooling down going. Up tap, press over.
Cholesterol and saturated fat are not the same thing. Cholesterol is found only in animals. Plants can't make cholesterol because they don't have a liver. Eating high cholesterol foods is not a problem for most people. Your liver will just cut back on its production of cholesterol to compensate. But eating saturated fat is a problem. It stimulates your body to overproduce cholesterol. So a no cholesterol label on a food made with saturated palm oil is very misleading. You don't have to work up a sweat to get fit, but you do need to work up your heart rate. Aerobic exercise is any sustained physical activity that produces heavy breathing and high heart rate. And now I know what you're thinking, and the answer is yes. If you can keep it going for 15 to 20 minutes, it's got to qualify as aerobic. Regular aerobic exercise conditions your heart and keeps your body fat under control. It moderates your reaction to stress and increases your stamina. Such a deal.
Okay, we're stretching the big calf muscle. If you'll just drop your heel off the edge of the step, press your heel down, but keep both knees a little bent. Is that back knee locked there? Okay, you know, I'm a mother. I'm a mother. I got it. Nag.
Reminds me of myself.
Also, let's try the other one. This drug is called naltrexone, and it's actually a drug to treat heroin addiction. And it is newly approved to treat alcoholism. It doesn't cure it, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Step down and straddle here. Kneel down behind your step. But it does reduce alcohol cravings and relapses when used in combination with counseling. Here's what's happening. You got your foot on the floor, you got your calf on the step. Now, if you lean down here, support your upper body, and flatten your back, what do you feel? Whoa! You got major stretch happening on that big hamstring group running down the back of your thigh. That muscle group is typically tight. And when it's too tight, it causes back problems. So we need this. I think if I were dealing with alcoholism or had a good friend or was in my family, I would at least ask about this new drug.
You know, it's good that you said in combination with counseling. It's nice to see that the medical profession is taking a holistic approach now, rather than just
I agree with
the problem itself.
Said from a nurse, said from the insider. She's seen it all.
A proactive one, you mean?
What you need to do here is support your body weight if you like, and just drop this groin toward the floor. Can you feel it in there, hip flexors? Yep. Yeah. You know, alcoholism really destroys families, relationships, lives. I mean, who needs it? Up you come here. Let's do this safely. Step back to the back of the step. Now step back over with the other leg. That's the hard part. This is the easy part right here. And here you've got this hamstring stretch. If you'll come on down and flatten your back. So you feel that?
Difference.
What is it you like to say here, Deb?
I like to think about pushing your butt backwards so your hips go straight forward. Because you know, sometimes we stretch and we're opening.
Dip that
Okay, and come on to your hip flexor. Drink water, go get a shower, put on your makeup, and have a great day. Right here.
Exercise wear by Gilda Marks, the exercise wear with the breathables lining. It Figures is produced in association with the Life Network in the splendid grandeur of the Rocky Mountains at the Banff Springs Hotel. If you would like to buy an exercise video, a copy of this show, or one of our cookbooks, call 1-800-MORE. more fit. Viewers requiring an answer from It Figures should enclose $3 and a self-addressed stamped envelope. Tufts University mounted a study of postmenopausal women aged 50 to 70. Researchers found that the women who weight trained 45 minutes twice a week for a year improved bone density in their legs and spine by 1%. Their balance improved 14%, and all that translated into fewer bone fractures. Women not weight training lost 2.5% bone density. The weight trainers increased strength in their hips and lower spine by 36 to 76%. They lost body fat and increased muscle mass by 3 to 4 pounds. Miriam Nilsson, the Tufts physiologist who authored this study, advises you to lift weights light enough so you can do 8 to 10 repetitions, but heavy enough to make the last 2 reps difficult to complete. She says walking is good for bones too because it maintains bone density in the spine, but weight training is better because it actually builds bone in both your vertebra and your hips. So it's time we built some bone. Pick up your weights.
We need to warm you up. We need to warm us up. It's brisk, but it's nice. We're not complaining. We're going to step forward and back, forward and back. 2 more, and then we're going to squat 4 times this way. Squat and up, just tiny little squats. Don't bend over. No, no, no. Sit up. Now, other leg leads forward and back. There's 2. 2 more. Here comes the squat this side. Forward. That's it. You know, osteoporosis runs in my family, so I am really careful. I want all the bone that I can bank. I try and eat plenty of calcium, do lots of weight training work to strengthen my bones, aerobic activity. Now, next time I'm going to add a little pivot. Here are your squats. That's it. Now, we're going to go forward and back 4 times, but on the 3rd one, give me some pivots. Around, 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 and back. Okay, next time, I think. All right. Here you go. Terry, here's your next chance. There's 3, 2, here's the pivot one, and come back and do another one. Yes, and here's your squat. That's it. Those squats get us warmed up, don't they? Those are big muscle groups, those quads. Strategically. Here's the pivot one. Do another one. Here's your squats. 1 more and we'll be ready? You bet. Okay, guys. Warm. Forward and back. It's just a little nippy. It's not bad. And 4 more squats. That's it. Systemic blood flow, so you're going to pump iron nicely. Let's get to it. Whoa, whoa, great. Triceps. Okay. 1 arm. Here you go. Out and out and in and in. You with us? Try and keep your chest square to the floor. So you're not raising up like this. You keep your chest down. Are you working yet, Jen?
Yeah, I'm working.
Good show. Here's number 5. All you gotta do is straighten your arm. Against,
That must be 7,
that'll be 7.
and that would be 8.
Yippers. Come on. Abdominal brace while you're at this. So
And
that
that
your
would be
belly is not
10.
hanging down. Good
I'm
work.
sure it is.
Other side. Okay. Get ready. Get that arm up there. Ready, set, extend. Out and out. And in. And in. Good. That's it. Looks good. Just go for it now. That's exactly what we need. Maintain.
Is that 9? I believe so.
One more.
That would be 10.
Woo!
Yep, you can sure.
Triceps.
Just gotta keep that one in line, you know?
You can pull it in front of your face or overhead. It's all a good stretch. But put a little pressure there. Just push it back a little bit. I want to tell you about this study that Tufts University did. All the subjects were menopausal, postmenopausal women, and they were healthy. They had no major problems. And those who habitually walked a mile a day had 4% overall better density than those who walked less than a mile a day. We need to do biceps, isn't it? We go up and up and down and down.
Now what about those women?
Well, the people who walked a mile a day had 7% higher bone density in their legs and 4% higher overall bone density. See, that's what really interests me.
From walking.
Yeah.
Just
on walking.
You get off the couch and walk.
Yep, off the couch. I agree. Turn off the TV set now and then and get out there. A lot of life out there. One more. And down and down. And ready other arm. She's up and up and down and down. Up and up and down and down.
I like biceps, you know?
So do I. But I do. You know what? I really like the strength it gives me in daily living.
Yeah. Very functional.
Truly.
Practice carrying a baby.
In addition to having better bone density than those who walk less than a mile, the walkers lost bone in their legs at a much slower rate than those who didn't walk. You know, you're going to lose some bone density as you age.
That'll be 10.
No matter what. And, hey, let's do rhomboids. These big guys. Try to get some posture muscles going for us. Now, all you got to do here is lift your shoulder blades together. Oh, here, Jen, you're looking for your 10. I'm sorry, I have stolen that from you. Okay, so this is the effort. Here it is. This is what's going on. Even if you have no weights, you can bring those scapula together, your shoulder blades to your spine. But with weights, it's even better. Lift up and bring them apart. Shoulder blades together, shoulder blades apart. Now try and do this without shrugging your shoulders to your ears. You try and bring them up and down, up and up and down, up. Can you feel that? Your skin should be wrinkling right along your spine. Couple more.
That must be 9.
Here you go. Last one. And done. Okay. Flip over here. Let's do some ab work. Now, Terry is limited in the ab work she can do because of the guidelines of ACOG, the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, say don't work on your back after the first trimester. So we're going to have her do abdominal braces in all fours position. You come down here and try it. So you're going to pull your belly down. You abdominal brace. Pull your belly down your spine. Show me one more. That's it. All right. Now that's the effort you're going to give me, I hope. In this exercise, your thighs are vertical. Here's your measuring stick. You put flexed wrist just above your knee. That should bring your thighs just about vertical. You're going to go down, out, back, up. If it's too hard, if you can't do that and hold your back down, you always have the option of putting that other leg on the floor. It'll be much easier. So if you have trouble, that's the best way to cheat. We go down, out, and back. Here we go. Number 1. So you brace, 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 and now relax. Brace, brace, brace. You can release it right there when your leg comes up, and you try to breathe normally. So you don't hold your breath.
You know what is a good cue for this brace that I found works?
What?
Well, it works especially if you had small children around. Imagine that they're about to leap onto your stomach. And you have had small children. They really love to do that when you're in that position.
Isn't that how Houdini died? We've done 10. Take a break. Put those legs down a minute. Ooh, give us a little wiggle. Now you gotta do 10 more in the break for me. Here we go. Brace, out, back, and up. See you back.
1 pound of body fat burns only 2 measly calories a day to sustain itself, but a pound of muscle burns 30 to 50 calories a day to stay alive. The more muscle you have, the higher your metabolism and the more calories you burn even as you sleep. Unfortunately, metabolism slows with age due to loss of muscle to the tune of about a half a pound of muscle a year after age 30. If you weight train, though, you can preserve muscle and keep your metabolism high to stay lean. I bet hardly a week goes by without hearing someone say that exercise got them through a nasty divorce, or the stress of job loss, or the depressing loss of a loved one. I hear it all the time. And it's not pie in the sky, it's real. Exercise reduces tension by desensitizing your body to stress. Regular workouts train the body to react less intensely to stress, leaving you better able to cope with anxiety-provoking events. It's much better than Valium.
Working the lower body here now. Come out here. You can do this on the floor. You want to do your, okay.
Yeah.
You pick your position, no problem. We're going to go up and down and down. Listen, I just wanted to tell you something else about that tough study, you know, about the bone density and the walkers. Yeah, all you have to do is do it at a brisk pace. I mean, you know, 15 minutes per mile, and that's quite doable. And there was no difference in those people who walk 3.5 miles twice a week and those people who walk 7 miles in one outing. I thought that was interesting. Is it?
10.
That was 10?
Oh,
Flies.
time flies, I tell you.
Okay, inside leg. I'm going to scoot up a little bit here. I like to do it this way. Up and down and down. So you're just lifting your thigh, your inner thigh, to the sky. So your knee is forward toward me. Up and up. That's it. You know, we were talking today at lunch about, what was the seaweed, what do you call that, kelp that we were eating? It was so delicious. We couldn't get Terry very interested, although we're going to work on it, because Jen and I really like the taste of it, but it's major iron too. Okay, done. And while we're there, let's grab these little weights. So you got something really small. You can do rotator cuffs. Just get your pelvis on the end of your piano bench, the edge of it. Glue your elbow right to here to your hip, and you lift halfway and lower down. You don't even have to come above horizontal. And besides the taste, Jen and I like the notion that it's got good iron in it.
Yes. Anyway, there's good iron in.
You know, the bioavailability of nutrients in foods is but a fraction of all those nutrients in the food. In other words, we can't use it all. Even though there may be lots in there, only a fraction of what we eat is bioavailable to our bodies. Our absorption efficiency of calcium in adults is only about 30-35% of what we eat.
So it just goes
Did
up
you not
the
know
door. I did an extra one.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you just can't absorb all the nutrients that you eat.
No,
okay, we're working on this outer
the
thigh.
amount that we needed.
So you have to
eating all
eat
day.
more. You have to eat more. And that's why you can't afford the calories from junk food. You need to use up your caloric amount in real food. We're talking fruits, grains, and vegetables. You know, we excrete 67 piece of cake. You should buy a little bit more weight so you continue to challenge the muscle. That's it, James. Inside thigh. I don't know why I like this guy in the front rather than the back. She's up and up and down and down.
Okay, leg, come on up.
Okay, come on, leg. Don't fail me now.
This is where you have to really visualize the muscle.
Up, relax. Okay, here's your pop quiz of the day.
Uh-oh.
Name a vegetable in the brassica group.
In the who group?
Brassica.
Is that like broccoli or?
Yes. Brussels sprouts. That's it.
Brussels sprouts.
Kale. Collard greens, as we have in the South.
You know, you want to look for the vegetables that have the most vibrant colors.
That's right.
None of that
One
pale.
more. Up and down.
It's true, it's true.
Even my mother, who was a true Southern cook and fried a lot, would say, we want a rainbow on our plates.
Oh.
And up and up.
And Fruit
and
Loops
down.
don't cut it.
That's
right.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
And Fruit Loops don't cut it.
No, Fruit Loops are not a major vegetable.
That's a non-food.
Okay, have we done 10 of these?
Not yet.
3 more. 2 more of those. Okay, last time. Can we get you up here to work your glutes in the break? Some of this. Each leg 10. See you back. Down and down and up.
Most heart attacks are due to a buildup of fatty deposits or plaque inside coronary arteries. And it's at these plaque deposits where blood clots are likely to stick and completely cut off the blood supply. The best way to avoid that scenario is eat low-fat food and exercise. For every 1% you lower your total blood cholesterol through better food choices, exercise, or cholesterol-lowering drugs, your risk of heart attack declines 2 to 3%. Adult humans can have up to 600 billion fat cells, and they're very elastic. If you burn up all the calories you eat in a day, your fat cells swell and shrink as fat is stored and then released for burning. If you eat more than you use, your cells enlarge to accommodate the excess. If your body fat content rises to about 30 kilograms, your body will manufacture new fat cells to absorb the extra. The trick to weight loss is burning up more calories than you eat.
Okay, we're going to work these big quadriceps. Try and keep your thighs parallel as you use your big quadricep group just to extend your leg. Here we go. Out and in and in. Up and up. That's it.
It's a good time to kind of use that brace as well. Huh?
Yes.
Brace.
You know, what we're doing is consciously thinking about what our abdominals are built to do anyway.
Mm-hmm.
They spend most of their day stabilizing your trunk. And so Jen's exactly right. If you really pull your belly down here, in addition to looking good, it stabilizes your trunk. It makes the whole thing safer. Done? Done. Okay. Ready? The other leg. She's up and up. Did you catch that first one? We'll give you one right here. That's it. And up and up. That's the prime function of these big quadricep muscles. They're your kicking muscles. Okay. Here's another pop quiz question. Is calcium an abundant or a rare element in our world?
Abundant.
Yes.
Very abundant.
It's everywhere.
It seems to be rare in our diet.
We love it. That must be part of the Earth's crust. Okay, backside. Can you pop up here and do some hamstrings with us? Another abdominal brace. Pull that belly flat. Thighs are vertical. You lift and down and down. Hold on to the back of the sofa, the edge of the piano bench, The piano, I guess the bench would be a
little low.
turn it on its end. Like, well, look at the mountains today. Aren't they beautiful with the cloud cover, spotting them with shadows? Would we like to be up there? I can tell you, it's comfortable down here at the Banff Springs Hotel, but it would be pretty darn chilly on the top of Mount Rundle today. One more, and done. Okay, give us a little wiggle there, relax, and pull in your abdominal brace. Ready, lift, up and up.
Well, I'm starting to feel pretty strong after all this muscle work.
Good.
Well braced. Putting it straight.
We've converted another one. Yeah. Calcium is the fifth most abundant element in our Earth's crust. Likely why we've evolved to need so much of it. It would be real unfortunate if we needed a whole bunch of something that wasn't very available. And up. How many more?
That's it. We're done.
We deserve a stretch today. Let's take those weights off and do a little stretch. You know, those big muscle groups really do get tight on you. So this is as important as making them strong. Now, I want you to lean over your knee here so that your back is not, you're not hanging like this, so you're braced. And then when you pull that toe up, you said you can feel it?
I can feel it.
Yeah, of course. And she's the flexible one. She's the one that's got the relaxin hormone circulating. Try the other side, and then we'll stretch quads in the break. Come back and work a little more. You remember the quadriceps stretch? You remember this one? Okay, do that in the break. See you back.
The Quebec family study at Laval University has found that genetics do play a role in your body fat, but not a very strong influence. Only 25% of individual difference in body fat throughout the population is genetic. That means you can only blame your parents for a quarter of your fat. Genes strongly determine where fat is stored, but genes are not very influential in the amount of fat stored. Your physical activity or lack of it and your food choices determine your fatness. Have you heard about the new approach to abdominal training? In the past, we did exercises which challenged the abdominal muscles as prime movers. They make the movement. But the abs actually spend more of their time acting as trunk stabilizers. So now we're also doing work that challenges them to be better stabilizers. This may be the answer to that stubborn little pot belly that annoys even some fairly lean people.
This position can mean only one thing. It's time for push-ups. And here we go. She's down and down. Now, you may want to take a look here in a minute. Jennifer's going to do one-arm push-up.
You may have to wait a few more minutes.
And that'll be with the clap in between, Jen.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then Terry's going to do fingertip push-up.
All right.
While I do my double time whole body push-ups. I don't think so.
Are those supposed to be airborne?
These
Yeah,
hands
two
really
more.
wide here. This is it. Last one. And up. Oh.
Gotta love those push-ups. No?
Good multi-joint exercises. You know, those diamonds look so nice on a nice muscular arm. Oh, you worked hard, guys.
Are you
holding on to this, Charlene? Is there something we need? I got the arms. I just haven't got the diamonds. The problem. Okay, we need to stretch these glutes. We worked them pretty good. We did stretch our quads. Let's see, we stretched our hamstrings, stretched our glutes. We do our triceps. Mine feel real tired.
Yeah, we stretch those
Maybe a little
triceps.
upper back after those push-ups.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
so.
all right, we could do that.
Chest would be good.
Here we go. Let's just try this other one. Now, the effort here is to pull this across your body. Because you know, as you work those muscles, you're getting more fibers active. Fibers come off of break onto full active duty for you. And they get stronger, they get bigger, but they also do get tighter. Here's some upper back. If you can just pull against your legs. Yes?
This is such a nice.
Go get them, folks. Make it the great day that you so well deserve.
Exercise Wear by Gilda Marks, the exercise wear with the breathables lining. It Figures is produced in association with the Life Network in the splendid grandeur of the Rocky Mountains at the Banff Springs Hotel. If you would like to buy an exercise video, a copy of this show, or one of our cookbooks, call 1-800-MORE-FIT. Viewers requiring an answer from It Figures should enclose $3 and a self-addressed stamped envelope.
The University of Texas did a step study. They took 28 women experienced in step and had them work out at 2 rates to show that the faster the rate, the greater the intensity. Well, we could have told them that. Then they manipulated the step height. They worked on steps from 6 inches to 12 inches high. They found that for each 2-inch increase in height, oxygen consumption increased 15 to 20%. When the researchers cranked up the rate to 32 cycles per minute on a 12-inch step, heart rate soared above 160 beats per minute. That's way beyond what we do. A half hour of that equates to a hard 5-mile run. If your heart rate reaches about 80% of your age-predicted maximum, you're using about 70% of your potential maximum volume of oxygen, a real good intensity for improving fitness. But hey, if you don't like to work that hard, it's okay. Just work as hard as is comfortable. Can you stay on the couch and watch us? No, I don't think so. Let's step.
Though step without propulsion is very low impact, about the same as walking, there are forces at play in the knees in step. And so one decision you have to make is, how high shall I make my bench? That is in large part determined by your cardiovascular fitness. The higher you step, the harder you're going to have to work. But it's also determined by your leg length. Doctors Peter and Lorna Francis of San Diego suggest that you don't ever build a step high enough to make the angle behind your knee tighter than 90 degrees. That's the highest you want to go, 90 degrees. So here I am on an 8-inch step. The angle behind my knee is just fine. And it's okay for kind of day in, day out stuff, but it doesn't really challenge me because I got long legs. I really prefer the heavy exertion I can get from a 10-inch step. And here I am in a weight-loaded position. You need to weight load here as though you're about to go up. And the angle behind my knee is still nowhere near 90 degrees, saying that I'm safe. I'm okay if I can just do it. If I can just swim up there.
Some days
to do the task.
Some days are 2.
Yeah, and Jeanette's got one riser, so that's going to be a 6-inch step. Debbie's on an 8 and I'm on a 10.
And I just add a little more propulsion here.
Everybody picks their poison.
You bet. You bet.
Some days it's just the lid.
That's right. That's it. Some days, after a late night, the kids are driving you crazy. You just exercise on a piece of paper. You just put a piece of paper down there and pretend it's a step.
No, I trip on that too.
I'm counting you to march. We got 4 step touches. Here's 3. Last 2. And 1 march right here. And if we put this on the step, we call the ones that are stretching. Take your rear end away from your knee. That warm-up did it for me. I'm there. My rate of respiration is up, and I feel toasty warm. Okay, now if you'll just put your heel on the floor and lean forward, and hey, say, I would like you always to keep a 90-degree angle in this front knee. Let's look at the front knee. Deb, show them what we don't want. Yeah, don't bring your knee forward of your foot. Now back off. We'd like to see it like that. So you can move your back leg back.
Right. You know, a good thing to remember. So I was
Here's
asking
hip
about.
flexor. Let's just get you in hip flexor.
Can I wiggle my toes? And if I wiggle my toes in my front foot, then I know my knee's not going too far forward.
That's right.
I can't wiggle my toes. My knee's not too far.
You're doing this pelvic tilt here. You got that. You know that. I know. I'm a mother. You know, I'm an egg. Ask Santa. She'll tell you. Here we go. Hamstring. Just please brace on the weight-bearing leg. That's it. And gastroc. Let me tell you about this study they did in Finland. They did a study which showed you can actually reduce your heart attack risk with just 2 hours of aerobic exercise weekly. They studied, yeah. And we're not talking high-level fitness here. We're talking staying alive. Okay. I need you to march and make it real wide. Out. That's it. Now make it out, out, in. Out, out, in. Out, out, in. And I'm going to add some marches after the in. When your feet are together. Here's 4, 3, 2, and march. That's it. Out, out, in. And we go. Out and in, march 2. 1, 2. Out and in, march 2. Again. Out and in. Watch what happens. And in. And march for 2 on the floor. And in. And march again. Now very quickly here, before we wear out this leg, we're going to stay in the middle after the tight, and we're going to lunge off the back of the step. One more like this. Now this time, stay up right here and lunge. Here's 5 lunges. 4, 3, 2, get off and just march. Are you doing okay?
Got it.
Okay. I'll count you back up onto the step. We're going to go up with the other leg. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's out, out, in, and lunge. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get off. Now march only. 4, 3. This leg goes up. Wide and tight lunge. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get off and march. Next time, no marches. Wide and tight lunge. 5, 4, 3, 2. Just get off and go back right up. Wide and tight lunge. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get off. Get right back up there. Wide and tight. So can you see that it's alternating legs up? Last one. Get off. Wide and tight. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now, next time, Debbie's going to show us a clever way up. 3, 2. Here we go. What you know, what, Debbie? And tight. 5, 4, 3, 2. Everybody give it a shot. She's up and in. 5, 4. Have some fun with him. See you back. Up and in. 5, 4, 3.
The Nurses' Health Study found that in the first 2 years after quitting smoking, women gain an average of 5.3 pounds more than those women who continue to smoke. Of course, the overall benefits of quitting cigarettes far outweigh any risk in weight gain, but if fear of additional poundage enslaves you to tobacco, take heart in a Canadian study which shows that most women lose all or most of those extra pounds. Quit smoking and start exercising. A Brigham and Women's Hospital study shows even modest weight gain in the middle years can significantly increase the risk of coronary heart disease in women. Results found those who gained 11 to 17 pounds after age 18 had 25% greater risk of heart attack than those gaining 10 pounds or less. Those gaining 18 to 24 pounds increased their risk 65%, and the risk tripled for those who gained more than 40 pounds. A University of Southern California study found that highly active women who averaged 3.8 hours of exercise weekly since puberty were 60% less likely than inactive women to get breast cancer. Those who logged 1 to 3 hours of physical activity per week since puberty were 30% less likely to develop breast cancer compared to sedentary women. Though this is just one study, it suggests that regular exercise may have a tremendous payoff. Tufts University mounted a study of postmenopausal women aged 50 to 70. Researchers found that the women who weight trained 45 minutes twice a week for a year improved bone density in their legs and spine by 1%. Women not weight training lost 2.5% bone density. The weight trainers reduced body fat and increased muscle mass by 3 to 4 pounds. Remember, the more muscle you have, the more calories you burn even as you sleep.
5, 4, 3, 2, here comes Michael. Shoot up, turn in. 5, 4. What would he do here? I don't know. He just gave a little hippie yelp. 3, 2, 1. Give me basic. Give me basic. That was fun.
Well, I got on the wrong foot, but that's the easy thing to do with that Michael Jackson. When you go up,
Oh, because you can't remember what
I went up with.
Hey.
That's okay, it works. It works.
Your heart doesn't care. Listen, when you really get frustrated, you just go back to basic. Okay, let's turn this into straddle when you get a minute. Are you there?
We're here.
Okay, I want you to cross right over the step. Back and forth. I'm cueing you to it. We got 4, 3, 2, go on over. Oh! This way! That way! Speak with your feet there. Well, you know, it's always a disadvantage to be over on this side because I can't see you. That's true. You're working blind. You're working blind.
And of course, with my middle name being
Hands
Grace.
to the side. Okay, how about we do 4 of these and then 4 alternating knees in the straddle. Here's 4, 3, 2, just show me a knee. Straddle down. 3, 2, go over. Here's 4, and 3, 2, give me 4 knees. Hup, and straddle down. Hup, and straddle down.
That's a tricky transition.
And go on over. Up, and over. And over. And here's your 4 knees. We're going to cut this in half in a minute. And up. 2 more. Now go back down and now go over. Now you think with your feet. Give me 2 knees. Go over twice. You know the Finnish study that I was telling you about? It was a study of about 1,500 men, and they watched them for 5 years. They made them fill out questionnaires on how much exercise they did, what type, how intense, what the duration was. They measured their maximum oxygen uptake. You know what that is? That's how much oxygen you can actually use. It's one thing to get the oxygen in your body. It's another thing to be fit enough for all your tissues to use it. So they had a real good measure of their fitness. Well, it turns out that those men who were active spent about 2.2 hours a week doing something, walking, jogging, swimming, some sort of exercise that raised their metabolic rate to 6 times above resting rate. And we are well above that. And it turns out those active guys, 2.2 hours a week now, not very much time. Not very long. Anybody can afford that. They had a risk of heart attack 60% lower than the least active men.
That's a phenomenal number.
Whoa, I think that is such a deal. I mean,
Just for chewing a little bit.
chewing a little bit, and you're not going to run the Boston Marathon on that.
No, but that's healthy.
Exactly. Man, you'd think insurance companies would pick up on that.
Yeah, that should be a deduction, I think.
Last time, and hold these knees. Hold them. Now, we're going to go for intensity. Here you can step forward on the step backwards on the floor, and man,
Boy,
if you keep this going,
I think
during this commercial break,
for this
you're
week.
going to come back sucking air. See back. Ooh. See back.
More fatal heart attacks occur between 6 a.m. and noon, not because of morning exercise, but because of morning. The blood platelets responsible for clotting are stickiest in the morning. Regular exercise at any time of day reduces the risk of heart attack. Thousands of North Americans die each year from inactivity, so don't be afraid to work out in the morning if that's the best time for you. The trick is to be regular with exercise. Time of day doesn't really matter. Your body loses 2 to 3 quarts of fluid daily just through perspiration, exhalation, and excretion. Now that fluid must be replaced or your major systems begin to break down. The rule of thumb is drink 8-ounce glasses of water daily, and that's just your minimum, because as temperature and exercise increase, you need still more. If you're not drinking enough water, your urine will be quite yellow. Clear urine signals good hydration. Canada, we're still eating too much fat. A gram of fat is 9 calories, compared with only 4 calories per gram for carbohydrate or protein. Though monounsaturated fats are more heart healthy than other fats, all fat is equally fattening, so the goal is to cut down on all fats. Excess dietary fat contributes to excess body fat, and that brings health problems in and of itself. Try to get your fat intake down to 20 to 30% of your total daily calories. If you're stuck on a fat loss plateau and are already doing some sort of vigorous exercise, try adding a walk after supper. Moderate exercise like walking doesn't compete with digestion right after a meal. It feels fine, and it aids digestion, and it reduces fat storage on your body. Fats entering the bloodstream from digestion can be used as fuel so they don't get deposited in your fat cells.
We're holding these and drinking. Ooh, okay. All right. I'm counting you down to basic. Are you with us? Here's 4, 3, 2, and basic. There she is. Turn in front. I can see you're going to be in my way. Okay. We're going to do 2 basics and a knee repeater 3. Here come the basics. We got 1. A second one, knee repeater 3. Hup. That's it. 2 basics. That's it. And knee repeater at this end. Now, listen. Things are going to change. You got a knee repeater here. You've got a knee repeater at the other end. And guess what? You've got a knee repeater at the other end. Now you've got 2 basics. Walk, walk, 2 basics. You get 3 repeaters, and then you finally get your recovery repeater. That's it. Walk, walk to the other end. With me? Or with you. Over here. Now after this one, you get your lollipop. Here it is. 2 basics. All right. We're going to go through that once more. Gonna make a change, other end. Yep. We got another repeater, other end. nutrition chart. You gotta answer me honestly now. Are you working hard? Comfortably hard? Somewhat hard? Because listen, that is as accurate as heart rate. March on top. Give me step touch. Give me curls. Give me 2 singles and a double. Single, single, double. Other side, it's a single. Single, keep it going. Don't sit down. Back to stretch. And
cholesterol and saturated fat are not the same thing. Cholesterol is found only in animals. Plants can't make cholesterol because they don't have a liver. Eating high cholesterol foods is not a problem for most people. Your liver will just cut back on its production of cholesterol to compensate. But eating saturated fat is a problem. It stimulates your body to overproduce cholesterol. So a no cholesterol label on a food made with saturated palm oil is very misleading. You don't have to work up a sweat to get fit, but you do need to work up your heart rate. Aerobic exercise is any sustained physical activity that produces heavy breathing and high heart rate. And now I know what you're thinking, and the answer is yes. If you can keep it going for 15 to 20 minutes, it's got to qualify as aerobic. Regular aerobic exercise conditions your heart and keeps your body fat under control. It moderates your reaction to stress and increases your stamina. Such a deal.
brace your body here, your upper body, and just lean over a little bit. Pull up your toes to stretch your hamstrings. You know, Dr. Steve Blair at the Cooper Institute did a huge study on fitness and mortality and was able, from his data, to calculate the minimum amount of fitness that you have to do to move into the low-risk health category so that you're healthy. And we'll do glutes here. And for women, you have to do something analogous to walking 2 miles in less than 30 minutes, 3 days a week. You say, well, Charlene, I can't walk it that fast. Well, okay, walk 2 miles in 30 to 40 minutes, but do it 5 to 6 times a week. Let's try the other side. Now, guys, you got to do a little more work because you got bigger muscles. We got to challenge you. We got to make you from a couch potato into moderate fitness. You got to walk 2 miles in less than 27 minutes, 3 days a week. Can't do that? Okay, 2 miles in 30 to 40 minutes, 6 or 7 times a week. And that's not going to get you to the Boston, you know, that's not going to, that may not even drop you down to the dress size and pant size that you want, but you'll be healthy enough to reduce your risk of death from all causes. It's just amazing the payoff that you get with fitness. Now let's do these big quadricep muscles right here. Oh boy. Tight, but
yes,
tight.
Just a wee bit.
The thing you have to do here to make these guys stretch is tilt this pelvis up. When you're just kind of lying here, it doesn't do very much. But if you pull that up and be right in line with it, you can really feel those fibers stretch. You work hard? Well, I think I did. It was a good workout. I just love the way I feel afterwards. And I even like the doing, not just the payoff. Go get them, kids.
Exercise Wear by Gilda Marks, the exercise wear with the breathables lining. It Figures is produced in association with the Life Network in the splendid grandeur of the Rocky Mountains at the Banff Springs Hotel. If you would like to buy an exercise video, a copy of this show, or one of our cookbooks, call 1-800-MORE-FIT. Viewers requiring an answer from It Figures should enclose $3 and a self-addressed stamped envelope.